and we are going to be looking today at using our knowledge of factors to multiply numbers together. So just recapping on factor pairs, if our example number was 20 and we were looking at finding any factor pairs for the number 20, they are any two numbers that multiply together to make 20. And we can find factor pairs using factor rainbows, using spiders, all sorts of things that we've done this year. So first of all, let's look at finding our factor pairs for the number 20. I know that 5 multiplied by 4 makes 20. I know that 10 multiplies by 2 makes 20. That's another factor pair. And then we have number 1 and 20. 1 multiplied by 20 is obviously a factor pair. Now, any factor pairs with the number 1 and the number itself are not going to be helpful for you today. It's the other factor pairs that are going to be important. So if we have got the number sentence 20 multiplied by 36, we are going to be using our knowledge of factor pairs to help us solve this number sentence. So we're going to choose a factor pair, and I'm going to choose 10 and 2. And then we can multiply 36 by 2 and then by 10, or vice versa, it doesn't matter which way round, in order to get our answer. So 36 multiplied by 10, then multiplying that answer by 2, or 36 multiplied by 2 and then by 10. Now, I would always recommend, if you've got a factor pair that has a multiple of 10 in, leave that one to the end, as that tends to be the easiest option. You might disagree, you might find other ways that you find better, but that's what I'm going to do. So 36 multiplied by 2, so we're doubling 36. 36 multiplied by 2 equals 72, and then 72 multiplied by 10, our other factor pair for 20, equals 720. So our answer is 720. So your other option would be using the other factor pair, which would be 36, our second number, multiplied by 5, and then multiplying the answer by 4, or the other way round. All right, so that's how we can use factor pairs of a number in multiplication number sentences. Let's have a look at another one. So we've got here 14 multiplied by 52. I'm going to find the factors of 14 first of all. So we have obviously 1 and 14. And then we know that's not going to be helpful. Then we have 7 and we have 2. Now, I don't believe there are any more factors. I'm sure you will comment and tell me if there are. So it means that 7 and 2 are our options here. Again, I would leave the factor which probably has the easier number to multiply until the second multiplication. So we've used 14, 52 remains the same. 52 multiplied by 2, then multiply your answer by 7, or like I've just said, 52 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 2, leaving that 2 till the end could be an easier option. Let's have a go. 52 multiplied by 7. Now, you can either use the grid method that we did last week, which I will quickly show you. So we partition 50 and 2, and we have 7 here. We know that 5 times by 7 using the smile method is 35. We have one place value holder, which means we multiply our answer by 10, 350, and then we have 7 times 2 is 14. Add these together, it gives you 364. So that's what we need to multiply by 2. Okay, I'm just going to check this 364. I've used the grid method. I'm going to use the column method for 52 times by 7 that I know some of you did use last week. So 52 multiplied by 7. So first of all, I would do 2 multiplied by 7, which is 14. I would then do 50 multiplied by 7, which I know is 350, and then add the answers together. 463. Okay, I've got the same answer. Either of these two methods is fine. So I now need to do 364 multiplied by 2. So I could either do 364 add 364. I could just double the number, or I could use the grid method again, or I could use this written method again. Not a problem. Either one you choose, I'm just going to add them together. So to double the numbers, because when you're timesing by 2, you are just doubling a number. 4 add 4 is 8. 60 add 60 is 120. 300 add 300 is 600. And your 100 there is 728. Okay, excellent. Now, in this speech bubble here, I'm just going to mention very quickly, it's using a method, excuse me, of partitioning to check your answer, which is looking at one of the numbers in the number sentences. In this answer, 14, it's partitioning 14 into 10 and 4, and then multiplying 52 by 10 and then adding it to 52 by 4. Then you've got your answers for each number sentence and you're adding them together, which equals the same answer as we've got. That is another option. However, I would like you to have a go at using the factor pairs method today. So there is one sheet for all today, and there's only 5 questions, and there's obviously a couple of challenges because it's quite tricky. And as you saw with this sheet, there are lots of stages to this. So go slow. I know some of you will find this difficult today, but that's fine. Finding things difficult is good because it means you're learning. So the questions involve you looking for the factor pairs of a given number, and it tells you which one to find them for to help you to work out the number sentences. Okay, so you might have a different way of doing it, using a different factor pair to your friends. However, choose the ones that work for you. Make sure you write them out. I don't think you're going to have enough space to do all the questions if you're printing out the sheet, so I would recommend doing this one in your books. A couple of challenges here. If you are finding it a little bit tricky, there's all your answers there to self-mark. There is a bit stuck array or disarray for you to do with somebody at home. You do need a pair for this one, so have a go at that. And then finally, the investigation is a game. So again, you will need somebody at home, and it involves crossing off numbers on this board. So they must be a green number that you cross off, and then writing down all of the multiples for that number that you have crossed off and then adding them together. And it's the first to get to 200, or the nearest to 200. But I'll let you read through those instructions if you're wanting to have a go. Good luck with today's lesson, and I hope you enjoy.